First of all, girl, he would have never been with you in the first goddamn place. He says consistently that he does not believe in monogamy. But what I want to know, Karren, what I want to know is, do Weezy know? If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below. And for a small $5 monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Karrine Steffans, Vxen Diaries part, I think it's 9 or 10. Where we left off, we had Karren beginning to explain to us her concept of a boy toy, okay? She says how it begins is every Monday, because in her mind, she's a square, and she don't go nowhere, she don't do nothing. Okay, hence but suck dick. But she says every Monday she gets all dolled up and hops in one of her Mercedes-Benz to travel down to Hollywood, California. And there is where she would pick up her boy toy from a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. She would go to the front of the apartment, honk. He would eagerly and gingerly look out the front window. It's Karren! It's Karren! And he would go downstairs. Well, the way she put it, skip to Malou downstairs, hop into her luxury vehicle, and they would go off into the night. Now, before we get to the night, let's talk about it to her. Karren says that the most comforting part about dealing with this particular boy toy who lives in Hollywood, you know, in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment that drives a Jeep Cherokee, is that he's not with her because she is Karrine Steffans, the dick sucker. He is with her because she's just Karrine Steffans, the girl that wrote that book, Confessions. I can see how he would want to date her because outside of her special set of skills, she still is a very attractive woman. The fact of the matter is, Karrine thinks she's better than everybody, which is a horrific Virgo trait. Y'all be just as fucked up as the next person, but for some reason, because it's you, the Virgo, y'all think that your sins are exempt. I said it. So anyway, when the two get to the club, Karren says I could go to the VIP if I wanted to because I am Karrine Steffans, but I choose to sit with the boy toy and his friends, okay? She says she's sitting in the area with him, you know. The people bring drinks, okay? But the drinks got an accessory. It's straws. And inside the straws, they have little teeny bumps of cocaine inside the straws, okay? And instead of the person being conspicuous, bending over, you know, to eat that powdered donut, they would just stick a straw up their nose and breathe in aggressively. Now, she went to the bathroom when them rounds came around because, you know, she drug free, okay? All she high on now is her own self. When she came back, she was glad to see that her boyfriend did not indulge in the powdered donut filled straws or her boy toy, okay, because that's not her boyfriend. Then we go on to the sex with the boy toy, okay. She said that it was slow and gentle, but she did not find herself attracted to the man, although his efforts were quite honorable. She did not find him attractive. He wasn't enough. He didn't equate her. He didn't stimulate her mind. He was just a boy toy. She came up with the revelation that now, instead of having people that are not good enough for her, because that's basically what she said, the dude wasn't good enough for her. Give me a break. Give me a break with this girl. I can't, y'all. Give me one break. So basically what the young lady is saying is that if he does not have anything to offer to her life, then she should not be dealing with him, okay? But see, why did she forget that she was homeless and that she was begging people for money? That she was borrowing money from the same celebrities that she was hunching. How that work? How do you borrow from a man that you done gave your vagina to before? And I know you men will be like, well, he gave her dick. You think your dick is good enough for Karrine Steffans? I don't think nobody's dick is good enough for Karrine Steffans, you know, but I digress. You know, niggas be like, you got this D. That D don't do nothing for her. Nothing. Okay? She didn't have too much D to be impressed by one D. So, okay, Karren. So anyway, she goes on to say something, and I give you this, girl. That's what I give you. She said that the dude lied to her and told her that he was 29. In actuality, he was 32. Niggas gonna lie. Niggas gonna lie, period. But I think he did that because he was not happy with the place that he was in the universe. I think he felt like maybe he should have had more. But if you're a bachelor, I really don't understand why you would need more, you know? Like, I want to use my money to have fun. I don't want to put all my money into a house and a car and I can't go nowhere but to my house and in my car. I don't find nothing wrong with it, but I get the fact, why did you lie? You know, like I would prefer honesty at this point. So then we go on to where she was doing business with a pastor. I said, ooh, business with a pastor? Was it Jamal Bryant? I mean, because you know Jamal Bryant, or Kirk Franklin, because you know that nigga loves a good episode of Buns. You know him, a good episode of Girls Gone Wild, or what else? Because you know he had that old porn addiction back then. Kirk Franklin, I don't know you, nigga. I hope you got some help. A pastor called her. She didn't say the pastor's name, right? And said, I want to do business with you. I have an idea. The pastor wanted to do a compilation of hip hop, okay, and all the pitfalls of hip hop. So he, unable to get like the huge stars, he booked a deal with Karrine Steffans. Come to find out, she was only getting $300 to do this deal. What was going on was Karrine Steffans was vetting the pastor. So she talked on the phone with him for a couple of hours a day just to make sure that she was a good fit. Anyway, you know, I don't know how the conversations with the pastor ended up with him talking about how he like a good double XL magazine or Buns. I don't even know if Buns is a real book, but, you know, it sounds good. But he says he enjoys the pictures, you know, he loves the beautiful women in Buns, and that his marriage didn't work out because of infidelity issues. Karren is listening, but I guess he felt like the pastor, the DDMF that he is, really thought that, you know, maybe he might have had an opportunity with Karren. You know, maybe she ain't never had holy dick before, okay? Maybe I can help her out with that. But Karren was not impressed. What ended up happening was he booked the flight for her. Karren looked at the flight and was like, oh no, this is Coach. Oh no, not Karren. I can't do Coach. She told the pastor, you have to upgrade those seats or that seat because that's not my judge. Don't you know I'm Karren? Don't you know I'm a world-renowned author who got $1 million home, a couple of Mercedes Benz, and sucked Ja Rule dick and everybody dick in the industry? What the pastor did was, he upgraded her seats all right. Mm-hmm. He used her mileage or her sky miles or whatever it is, okay? She got that first class seat, but it was on her dime. So how she found out was one day, she called to check on her miles, found out it was a good chunk of miles that was gone, that was worth like $1,000, okay? Where did it go? Oh, Miss Karrine Steffans, you know, Sarah Ogilvy, whatever your name is, Mr. Ma'am, sir, with the special set of skills, lady. Somebody called in, his name is Pastor, said to use your mileage and upgrade. That nigga did what? I would have been infuriated. You heard me. What? How you do that? So her manager got in contact with the pastor and said, either you need to reimburse my client that $1,000 or you need to reimburse my client the mileage. You figure it out. The next day, he called Karren and said, okay, Karren, this ain't going to work out. What do you mean, Pastor Jelly Roll? What are you talking about? Yeah, so I seen you in a magazine and I don't want to expose my congregation to your shenanigans. Now, Karren's saying to herself, what? Your congregation? Do your congregation know that you like a good episode of fucking Bones or Girls Gone Wild? Leave my past out of this. We are talking about you being naked in a bathtub, and I can't expose my congregation to that. Before they got off the phone, she made sure to tell him about his shortcomings in regards to his marriage, his congregation, his past, and everything like that, right? Because he didn't have a good comeback, he said, Karrine, have you found Jesus? The pastor probably would have did better if he would have just came out and talked about her special set of skills with Mr. Marcus down there to the porn store, okay? Because she has never, or I haven't seen so far in the first or the second book about her doing porn around there with Mr. Marcus. But anyway, the dude canceled, okay? She said it was only $300 anyway. All right. Girl, then she goes into this long rant or explanation as to why she don't fuck with the church. Okay. Oddly enough, it's a lot of people's excuse too, because a lot of people say that church folk are the most judgmental of all. Okay, when they should be embracing folks, they judging folks. I mean, but that's also Virgo's, girl. That's also Virgo. As time passed, she said that the pastor contacted him and asked her for forgiveness in regards to his behavior. Okay. She said, let bygones be bygones. It's water under the bridge. I'm not mad at you. You know, you're human after all. Then she moves on to another couple of pages of her professing her love for Bill Maher and how he is the greatest man in the entire universe. First of all, girl, he would have never been with you in the first goddamn place. He says consistently that he does not believe in monogamy. But what I want to know, Karren, what I want to know is, do Weezy know how much you love Bill Maher, or did you stop loving Bill Maher when you found Weezy? That's what I want to know. The whole world want to know. You know, that's scary to me. If I was Bill Maher, I would have fucking protection, okay? I would have to have me 24 hours security. Same thing with you, Weezy. Weezy, I think you need to watch your back, because that bitch Karren Steffans is crazy. Didn't she make a book about him? How to Love a Martian or something? Child. Christmas is approaching, and she is bored. You know why? Because she got some kind of something. Well, she got anxiety. She admitted to having anxiety, but she does not admit to having any other. Oh, and that she's a cutter. Okay, but she doesn't admit to having anything else. But, you know, she's bored. She's starting to talk about how her once good friends are not good enough for her anymore. Anyway, love bugs, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Babies, have a good one.